Hey YouTube, how y'all doing today? This is going to be the workout over 40 video. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit, but first, like, subscribe, share, ring that bell, because you don't want to miss any of these videos that I'm going to be coming up with. I got a whole list coming up. I've got things you can eat to help you lose calories, things you can do to help you lose calories, things that you're probably already doing, but if you do it differently, will help you lose calories. So y'all might want to hit that notification bell, because you're not going to miss any of these. It's time, y'all. Alright, well, so I didn't mention it in the open, but I'm Keto Diamond and Mr. Keto Diamond. Katie,
I'm Keto Diamond.
She's Keto Diamond. We're both Keto Diamond. Mrs. Mr. Okay, let's get straight to it, people. This is the working out over 40s, things that you should be doing to help improve your chances of building muscle. Now, just because you do these things does not mean you will build muscle. It just increases your chance by tenfold. So let's get started.
Now, we took these from a Thomas DeLauer video, and what we did was just broke them down into brass tacks, what you need to know. If you want to see Thomas's video, we're going to link it below for you, and you can go and get all of the science from it, but this is just our takeaways.
I love Thomas's videos. He goes into real good detail about the science behind it, but it's sometimes it's really hard to follow about what you actually need to do. So here's the things that you need to do. All right.
Breakdown.
First off, when you go to the gym or if you're working out at the house, you should do this in the evening. And studies have shown that people that worked out at night versus the morning built more muscle.
Over 40.
Oh, yeah, over 40.
I just want to clarify this is for people.
Second thing you want to do, work out fasted 3 to 4 nights a week. Now, well, it depends. She says that every other, but it depends on your way of going to the gym. If you only go to the gym 3 nights a week, then go fasted those 3 nights.
Okay,
if you're going Monday, Wednesday, Friday, go fasted. Now, obviously, you're not going to be able to get your protein, and you're not going to be able to get your calories that week. That is perfectly all right. But do not eat your first meal until you've went to the gym, did your workout, and then eat. And what you want to break your fast with is lean protein. Lean meat, chicken, fish, shrimp, good omega-3s. Also, if you are somebody that does utilize the potentials from a protein shake, that would be a good thing to break your fast with. Your enzymes is going to soak up all that protein, and you're going to get every bit of that protein. Because once we get in our 40s, we do not consume all the food that we eat. It doesn't get all consumed. So, but when you break your fast like this, every bit of it does. And that's when you want to utilize the lean protein. Now, if you are going to use a protein shake, I advise you not to use a dairy product, because you don't want that dairy going into your system being stored as fat. Use non-dairy protein shakes. Almond milk is a perfect substitute for it.
Unsweetened vanilla is good.
Unsweetened. If you're keto, definitely make it unsweetened. If you're not keto, that's not going to matter too much. But I would still advise you to make it unsweetened, because the sugar is going to spike your insulin level more than it already is. You don't want that. Up your protein by 30% when you can. Now, obviously, when you're fasting, that's going to be hard. But what you do is, the days you're not fasting, you up it by 30%. Cram as much protein as you can, but make sure you keeping a balance, though. You don't want to have 215 grams of protein and only 50 grams of fat. You're going to be hungry all the time, and you're going to kick yourself. Don't do that. Try to keep it balanced. If your protein goes over your fat, that's perfectly all right, as long as your fat is high, in the 150s. Non-fasting days, increase your protein by 30%, increase your food intake. So, like, let's say I go to the gym today fasted, and I only consume 1,500 calories. Well, tomorrow I'm not going to fast, so I'm going to try to consume 3,500 calories to make the balance. My goal is 2,500, so I got 1,500 yesterday, 3,500 yesterday. That's 2,500 per day.
And on those days, you want to make sure to get your protein.
It does not matter when you get your calories. You could go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, not eat at all, and then cram in 6, 7, 8,000 for the rest of the week, and it will be the same as you got those calories every day. That is also why this next advice is useful. Fast. At least once a week for 24 hours. It's hard to do, but if you can, I've started somewhere else.
Okay.
She didn't look this up. I looked this up. If you fast for 24 hours, the longer you fast, the more you gain from it. 24 hours, 48 hours, 36 hours. Now, me personally, I couldn't do no 36 hours fast. I doubt I could do 48, but I could do a 24-hour fast. A lot of y'all could. And there's a lot of things you could do to help you achieve that. And I'm not going to talk about that in that video because that's going to be another video coming up. But just a little tip. At least fast for 12 hours. Make sure you're taking some good vitamin D3s. I'm getting to that. That's the last one I'm getting to. Okay. Let's see what else. And when you're working out, when you're keto, we tell everybody keep your carbs around 5%, which is usually around 20 carbs. But when you're working out, especially days that you are working your big muscles, your butt, your chest, your abs, increase your carb intake. Not to the point where it's going to kick you, but instead of doing 20 carbs, maybe go up to 30, 35 carbs.
If you're highly active, you can probably get by with 50
you
carbs,
can.
But healthy carbs.
Go and test it on yourself. If it kicks you, go back down. But me personally, I can go up to 70 carbs, and it does not kick me. That's not saying you can. I recommend going 35 and keeping it there, and then if you feel like you can do more, go more. But your muscles do require some carbs, some glucose to build muscle, and that is why it is good once in a while to increase your carb intake just a little bit to help that out. Now, what should you do when you're at the gym? All right, once you hit 40, you lose stem cells, so it's a lot harder to build muscle. And to counteract that, one, fasting is going to help you produce more stem cells. And once you got those stem cells produced, you want to utilize it. And you want to do slow reps, 3 to 5 reps. And you want to take about 3 seconds in between the reps. It'd be like 1, 2, 3. And just do 3 to 5 and do as many sets as you can. The more sets you can do, the obvious it's going to be more effective. So if you need to go down on your weight to get 8 or 9 sets in, do so. Try to lift 80% of your max weight, but if you can't get in at least 5 sets, go down on your weight. That's too much. I think that's pretty much it. There's a lot of stuff that you can do and stuff that you should do. It's different per person. You know, do some research of your own about how old you are and about things that you should be doing. Like for a woman, should be doing things differently than what I should be doing. And if you're burning fat, cardio is going to be your key. The treadmill, the bicycle, the elliptical, the row, the skis, about anything that's going to keep steady motion.
But don't overlook your strength training, muscle building, and even for us ladies, when you're building muscle, you think, I'm going to get too big. That's not the point. Your strength, your metabolism, your muscle content runs a lot with your body.
And a good way, if you are concerned that you do not want to get bulked up, just because you lift weights does not mean you will get bulked up. If you go to the gym, let's say you can lift 50 pounds, but all you're lifting is 20, you will never in your life build any muscles. But what you will do is tone the muscles you got. So, in order to build muscles, you got to tear the muscles down. And to do that, you have to lift heavy. Well, not heavy, but you have to lift a little bit above what your muscles are used to. If you're used to lifting 20 pounds all day long and you go to the gym and you lift 20 pounds, that ain't doing nothing but toning your muscles. You know, they're saying, okay, we're good and fit, let's tone up. And that's about it. Not to mention, before you can even build muscles, you got to burn that fat off anyway. I mean, yeah, you can build a little bit, but it's not going to be as big as you think. So don't be scared to go lift weights just because you think you're going to get big. You control how big your muscles get. And yeah. Anything you want to add?
No. I think you answered it.
Anything you want to say?
I would just caution women to think more about cardio, especially for their heart. But yes, this, of course, is about building muscle.
It's not just about it's about your general workout, woman or man, right, depending on what you do.
Right.
Now, like man don't need to focus on cardio, but you do need to do cardio. At least 3 days a week.
It's good for the thumper.
I do it every day because I enjoy it. And you need to do something to warm up. It don't have to be cardio, but I choose to do cardio to warm up. If you're going to do weights to warm up, do 2 to 3 sets at a light rep.
Lightweight.
Yeah. Something like, let's say if you're going to do 50 pounds that day on the butterflies, do about 30 pounds 2 times to warm up. So, stuff like that.
Now, again, this is not something we're saying everybody has to do. This is something we took from, again, Thomas Lauer. But this is the thing he's employing to try on his journey.
Yes.
At least for the time being. So I think it's really good to, really know your stuff when you go in as best you can.
Now, look for future videos that's going to help y'all lose weight. I've got one coming out here pretty soon that's going to talk about some things you can do to help you burn fat that you ain't got to do nothing at all. Well, not fat, but calories. My bad. Calories, which in turn does burn fat. I got one coming out that's things you can eat to help your body burn fat. So, look out for those. They're coming soon. Until then, people, y'all have a good day. And don't forget, like, subscribe, share, ring that bell, and visit Keto Diamond's channel.
Especially the video I'm about to do. This is the sister video to this one.
Yeah, she is about to do a fasting over 40 video. So check that out too. Y'all have a good day.